Hi guys, today I'm doing a look inspired by the exotic angles of Kendall Jenner's beautiful face. So I came up with this really dramatic winged look with intense powder contouring. I don't usually do powder contouring, so in this video I'm going to show you how I do it. I hope you like it and enjoy. Okay, so starting out with the Kendall Jenner look, I've already put concealer on and my brows just because I want to save time so I can go into greater depth with the eyes and the contouring. Just get a bunch of your favorite neutral colors together. This is an Inglott palette that I made myself. Take a medium brown. What I'm going to do is make it look like the crease of my eye is actually a little bit higher, so I'm just going to put some deep colors like right here at the outer corner. And then as you bring it into the crease, sweep it to be closer and more in with your natural crease. And then soften out all the edges. If you think you've brought it in too high in this part, then you can just take a vanilla colored eyeshadow and use it to bring down the color on the inner corner. Got a darker brown. Gonna put that again above my crease, the outer part. And sweep it in to meet the crease at about halfway across the lid. And make that like a little triangle there. Next, take a brow, no sorry that's a lie. Take a liner gel, this is a Mary Kay one, just a black one. And very thinly line the inner corner of the eye all the way in the inner part to the center. And then when you get to the outer part, you can start to thicken it up as you get to the edge. There. Again, just to mimic the lifted look. And wing it out a bit like this. This brush is by Zoeva and it's the liner brush. So I've just sort of joined the brown up there to meet the wing, and then I'm going to do it to the other eye. Now just black eyeshadow and use it to smudge out the liner. Also bringing it into the socket like this. Mascara, this is by Smashbox Full Exposure. Holy, that's a fat brush. Eyes done. I am going to put falsies on a bit later, but not right now. So to achieve her completely flawless look, I'm going to put a bit more foundation on. This is the Studio Foundation Camel from Makeup Store. Got a damp beauty sponge. Can't find my beauty blender, which is annoying. And I'm just going to pat that over. Now to powder, this is the new This is the NARS All Day Luminous Powder Foundation. Love this stuff. I'm not usually a powder girl, but I'm obsessed. Now I'm going to use my star of the show, the AC On Tour, get it, A Contour by Australis palette. Contouring and highlighting palette comes with what to do on the back, which I am going to follow today, and then 6 highlighting and contouring shades. Very important for doing any Kardashian Jenner look, of course. Alright, so for special occasions, special looks, I think powder's sort of the best way to go because they seem to stay a bit longer. You can still use these in a subtle way for every day if you want, but I'm going to show you sort of how to do a fairly dramatic contour, also because her face is very angled. So I'm actually going to apply lashes first, one sec. Eyelashes are on. I used Bohemian Princess from House of Lashes. Now I put my hair up in a really tight, just messy ponytail because what that does, pulls my face back. And so it kind of helps with the appearance of like that whole angled thing that Kendall just has naturally. I'm going to use the AC On Tour by Australis. This has like been sold out since it was released, but they've just got some back in stock, so if you go check now you should be able to get your hands on one. As I said, 6 colours. Now I've powdered my face, so it'll be easier for the powders to blend out, but you can use this on straight foundation if you want. Now I'm gonna take this handy little brush from Ray Morris. So when you start with your contouring powders, you want to make sure you've done your whole face, everything that you want to get done up until powders, bronzer and blush and stuff. So do everything up until you want to do that. I'm going to do my lips after. Anyway, what you need to do is find the contouring shade for you. Depending on how dark you are, you pick the one that is 2 to 3 shades darker than your skin tone. I reckon I'm actually going to go for this one. So I'm going to put a little bit on the brush. Going to find the bottom of my cheekbone and take that shade just underneath. Might look pretty hectic right now, but we're going to blend it out. Now also take that up the side of the forehead and top of the forehead. I also make sure I work it right into the hairline if I can. Then take residual on the brush, so don't tap it anymore, and then put that under your jaw. If you want to do your nose, you can. I'm just going to start here on the bit this bit, and use it to straighten my nose because mine goes a little bit round at the end. And carve out underneath as well. Now you can take one of the top 3 shades, and these are going to be your highlight shades. I'm also going to use it to sort of help me blend out the colour. I'm going to take a mixture of these two. I'm not going to use the shimmery one until after because I want to apply shimmer here. So I'm going to mix the yellow with the eggshell colour and just sort of apply that along the edges to blend it out. Now I'm going to take the highlighting shade, Silver Prince. I'm just going to draw that in like a little bubble on my cheekbone. Recently I've been liking like a bit of a circular application technique for my highlight. Then if you want, you can like sweep it in a little bit to join up to the brow bone. Now I've got MAC's Dervish Lip Pencil. Just going to draw my lips in. If you want, you can add a blush. You can just use a peach one from Hourglass. And this is the finished look. So as I was saying, it's not really like inspired by any particular look that I saw on Kendall. It's just like trying to mimic the effect of her eyes and her amazing bone structure. Hope you guys like the look. Don't forget to let me know what you thought in the comments. Leave a little thumbs up if you care to, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.